you can go ahead and begin.
Right now, our country and many others are dependent on fossil fuels for power. Nuclear power can be seen as a better option compared to fossil fuels. It is better for the environment, produces much more energy, and could be a crucial step in moving to renewable resources completely.
Nuclear is better for the environment. It produces significantly lower greenhouse gas emissions. Coal and gas and other fossil fuels produce much greenhouse gases. If you look at the visual aid that I gave you, you can see the amount of carbon it produces is way lower than the top three, which are all fossil fuels. Nuclear power produces little to none compared to these. Mark Linus, who has written several books about the topic, states, nuclear is the single largest source of low-carbon electricity in the U.S. It could potentially slow global warming because it warms the planet less with less greenhouse gas emissions. Radioactive waste produces, or a downside of this warming the planet less is the radioactive waste it produces. It is an unfortunate byproduct of the process. Melfort Ida writes in an article, nuclear power may not contribute to carbon emissions, but it generates tons of radioactive waste, costing billions to store, and will pose a risk for humans for thousands of years after disposal. The waste, however, is taken care of well. Containers are disposed of safely in a way that will not harm us. There are also being new ways researched to deal with the waste. Nuclear power can produce a lot of electricity along with the waste. A ton of uranium, which is used to produce this power, can produce as much power as 2,000 tons of coal. Uranium is abundant just like coal and other fossil fuels. This allows it to cost much less than those power sources. However, the cost in energy it produces is sometimes outweighed by the downsides. It's not perfect. Accidents cause people not to like it. Chris Barnaker, who has written many articles about this, says, installed nuclear capacity around the world has plateaued since around 2000. There are few new nuclear reactors being built. Germany was once a leading country in trying to reduce global warming. However, then they got rid of their nuclear power sources in hopes to eventually move to renewable energy resources, but however has gone back to relying on fossil fuels such as coal and natural gases. Moving to renewable energy sources completely would be difficult because renewable energy resources are not ready to be relied upon fully. Nuclear power could be a good option when trying to do this. They could have the renewable resources as the main, but have nuclear as a backup, because like a cloudy day or a day without wind would cause solar or wind turbines not to produce any power. It can't be relied upon fully because of this. Until better options or these options become more researched, nuclear power would need to be a backup if you were not to use fossil fuels. And if you were to use fossil fuels, it would defeat the purpose of trying to slow global warming. So, sadly, people are still scared of nuclear power. A change would need to happen if we were to use it more. We would have to prove that the plants can be safe and stop accidents such as Chernobyl. We need to build these plants better and also train people better so accidents wouldn't happen. All of these are being done. Today, nuclear reactors are built safer and they spend longer building them to make sure things like this don't happen. However, nuclear power is still feared. People need to look past these accidents and realize things are being done to fix them. Or else we would just use more greenhouse gases with fossil fuels. We would have to. Eventually, if nuclear power is used, we could start using renewable too. Nuclear power is a better option compared to fossil fuels. It is cheaper, better for the environment, and could be a good step in moving to renewable energy resources completely. However, it's not perfect, but it should be an option considered.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, Andrew. All right, at this time, we're going to do the same thing. If you go ahead and ask your questions for Andrew so he can respond, that would be appreciated whenever you're ready.
So you there's a concern with the nuclear plant accidents that happened in the past, and to
Yeah.
prevent them, you would inform, like, try to teach people, like, what, like, specifically could you say that they could be taught to prevent those things?
Well, most of the accidents have been caused by either human error or by a defect in the things that they could have fixed. So they could show people that this isn't really going to happen anymore unless the human error was part of it, but even that can be fixed. Yes.
Do you have specific details of what you said when Germany decided to move further away from nuclear power? Did you have any details regarding their choices of going back?
They didn't like the waste it produced, and also they thought it was dangerous. They moved away from it.
What will be improved if you improve what will you improve?
What would be improved by using nuclear power? So is it just a bait and switch kind of thing, or is it there are some chances that will be improved?
Compared to using fossil fuels, it could slow global warming less, potentially, or be better for the environment.
How does the nuclear power or fossil fuels directly kind of impact global warming?
Well, the carbon it produces supposedly warms the planet.
Any other questions or concerns? No? Oh, is it a hand? Brooke? Are you, no, you're not raising your hand? No? Nothing else? Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Yay! And I kept